captain to get them off to a scoring start in the shootout. Martin Odegaard, who was one of those, along with Bukayo Saka, who stood aside so Gyökeres could take a penalty at Everton at the weekend, up against Walter Benitez. Benitez, who saved 2 penalties in a shootout against Millwall in this competition on his debut. What can he do here against the Arsenal skipper? Odegaard, 1-0. Well, decisions for managers as to whether you go with your strongest penalty taker first or save them in the hope that you'll get to a 5th kick. But Jean-Philippe Mateta seems to like stepping up first. He did so in that Millwall game. He did so in the Community Shield victory against Liverpool as well. He doesn't have necessarily a perfect record. He's missed one in Europe this season against AZ. The lights are shining in the fans behind the goal. Mateta, though, rolls it in. He shuts out all the noise and equalises.
Yeah, for somebody who's not playing particularly well at the moment, that was very cool. I think he just wanted to get his out of the way, maybe. But he's done the business for his team.
So, 1 penalty each, both scored, and Declan Rice is the next to step up for Arsenal. Rice, normally so reliable in set-piece dead ball situations. Rice restores the Arsenal advantage with a powerful one.
Yeah, more power than placement. And when you lift it a little bit, they are difficult to stop.
Well, Justin Devaney, maybe the younger element of this Palace team at the age of 22, but he has twice scored penalties in shootouts for them this season. And now he has to win the mind games with Kepa Arrizabalaga, who's making him wait by staying off his line, and has to win the battle of wills with the Arsenal supporters as well, some of whom are still shining lights in his direction. Devaney makes it 2-2.
Yeah, it's a classy finish, though.
And next to step forward for Arsenal is a regular penalty taker for them, Bukayo Saka, who put behind him the horrors of that crucial miss in a final for England to become an extremely reliable figure from 12 yards. What does Bukayo Saka have here against Walter Benitez? Taking his time. Saka shows again. He's a man to be trusted.
You couldn't get it more in the corner than Saka did there, I don't think.
And every successful penalty increases the pressure on the next taker. And the next taker for Crystal Palace is Will Hughes, who blinks into the bank of fans behind Kepa Arrizabalaga's goal and hopes that he can keep his nerve. Hughes, 3-3, 6 perfect penalties. Well, they're doing their job for him. And the latest home hope is Leandro Trossard, hoping to follow the example of Odegaard, Rice and Saka to make it a perfect 4 Walter Benitez, who's had such a good evening during the course of the 90-plus minutes, is just hoping for that one break to be the Palace hero again. Puff of the cheeks, and Trossard steps up and places it.
It takes a bit of battle to lift it to that extent. Easy to hoist it over the bar, but those ones are unstoppable.
Well, this is an interesting one because Sosa only came on right at the end. He did take a penalty in the shootout against Liverpool in the Community Shield, which he missed. He and Abera Eza, now of Arsenal, were the two players who missed for them in that shootout. But Sosa is being trusted to take another one here, with Arsenal leading in the shootout 4-3. And Sosa scores. So we are now effectively in the territory where you can't miss without giving your opponent a big advantage. But with Arsenal having gone first, it is the chance for them to apply greater pressure with perfectly struck penalties. Marino here to try and make it 5 out of 5 for Arsenal. And he does.
Well, neither keepers really threatened to save any of these pens so far. There's been a lot of composure out there.
But this is a big one, because one misstep here from Jefferson Lerma, who was heroic in the game itself, and Palace will be out. So this is a real nail-biting moment for those Palace fans, and all of their hopes rest on the Colombian Jefferson Lerma. He has to score this. He does. Well, that was some coolness under pressure. And the next one to put himself in the firing line is Ricardo Calafiori, because we are now beyond the stage that a lot of managers have planned for. We're getting into the territory of players who possibly didn't even want to take one.
No, that's it. It could come down to how many penalty takers have you got in this 11 out there.
Could come down to the goalkeepers in the end, but for now the goalkeepers have to do the saving. It's Calafiori against Benitez, and he scores. And the next to emerge out of the Palace group is 21-year-old Adam Wharton.
Well, nothing seems to bother this lad too much in terms of pressure. He plays the game at his own pace.
But this being outside the confines of the ordinary game, can he keep his cool here? It's another one for Crystal Palace, where he has to score or they're out. It's all down to Wharton, and he's up to the task.
Side netting, there's been a few of those.
Kick number 7 for Arsenal. And Jurrien Timber is carrying the hopes of his teammates, of his supporters, some of whom can barely bring themselves to look. For the Arsenal players going first, it's all about putting the pressure on the next Palace taker. Timber, well struck.
I did wonder whether he was entirely looking forward to that, but he's tucked it away emphatically.
Well, again, from a Crystal Palace perspective, there can be no other result other than him scoring. Christantas Uche, a second-half substitute, has to do it, or the road in the Carabao Cup for Crystal Palace ends here. He scores, and on we go. Well, they're all looking round at each other now to see who's next in line, and William Saliba is the one who's emerged from the crowd of players. 7-all we're at the moment. Can William Saliba make it 8 out of 8? Saliba! Little hesitation in the run-up, but it doesn't affect the end product.
No, even when the keepers have gone the right way, the ball's been lifted over them and they've not had a chance of even getting a hand to it.
Well, Maxence Lacroix, who's already had a low moment in this match with the own goal that inadvertently put Arsenal ahead. He was rescued by his captain with the equaliser. Guehi so far has stayed out of the penalty shootout. So it's a heavy burden here that Maxence Lacroix bears on his shoulders. It's all down to the Frenchman, and it's saved!